Welcome back to Liberty or Death. Today we're checking out a video from a channel called Police Insider. And as always, I have not seen this before, so we're going to get into it together. So let's roll.
Hi. I looked underneath and there was this phone with 2 gold rings on it.
What you just saw was a statement from the 8-year-old victim. According to her mother, they were about to leave the restaurant when their daughter suddenly revealed the disgusting incident that occurred inside the bathroom.
It's one of these. These tend to be disturbing. Part of this channel is shining a light on how often this kind of stuff can and will happen. So be prepared. Watch your kids. Watch your nephews, nieces, whatever. And just be vigilant. If you're really sensitive to this kind of stuff, you should watch it because, be prepared for it. But if you need to skip around, I can't blame you.
Officers will uncover now is one of the most horrible things that can happen to a kid.
Just call his mother to let her know what's going on.
Okay, well, you can hang up.
This is the dad, your friend, and I'm the manager here, right? Hey, bud, the cops are here just asking you to put your phone down, man.
You just put it down. Put it down.
I got you. You got the weapons on you, do you? You keep your hands on the table for now, alright? You got ID?
I came too late to look for jobs. You see how I'm dressed? You see how my pants is?
Keep your hands on the table.
I just walked in not even that long ago. I was sweating because I was walking. I said, hey, are you hiring here? He said, yes, I'm going to get the hiring manager. I said, okay, I'm going to wipe my face off and come back. That's what I did. I should go wipe my face off and came back. I'm staying here well because I know that I didn't do anything. I'm trying to say, hey, I did something. I showed them all my photos, showed them everything. Right now it's just...
Can you see the phone size?
The phone is over there.
Yeah, that's exactly how she described it.
I want to ask you some questions to get clarified what transpired.
Okay, so right now you're being detained because we're investigating a crime that's alleged, okay? 1 second. So before we could ask you any questions, we have to read you your rights, okay? So how old are you?
I'm 24.
You're 24. Why do you need to call your mom right now?
I'm calling my mom because I have other places to be. I went in the bathroom, washed my face off, and I was coming on the plane and I'm coming back out here. I walked back out here. The dude stopped me right there. Not him, but the other guy stopped me and said, hey, was you in the woman's bathroom? I said, no. He said, okay, my daughter said she's seen your book bag. They just stopped me. I'm not sure about what for.
Okay. And where's your backpack?
Right here.
Can I see it? Thank you. Okay. I'm just going to put it over here, okay? Alright, so you said you didn't go in the women's bathroom?
There's a camera right there in the hallway on there.
Perfect. Okay, so we review the cameras, right? We review the cameras when you're coming in and all that. We're not going to see you enter the women's bathroom. So we're trying to figure out what's going on with their legs. So if I review the video camera right now, because they're going to show us the video.
So this kind of thing is exactly what people who are very much against, like myself, who are very much against the transgender issue of the bathrooms. I don't want a man, whether they quote-unquote identify as one or not, in the bathroom with women, especially girls, but with any of them, because it does not matter how many of them won't do something like this. It matters how many will, and there will always be some who will. This person isn't of that persuasion, but still a serious issue.
I'm not going to see you enter the women's bathroom.
You're going to see me look at it, but you're not going to see me enter.
I'm going to see you look at it.
Yes.
Anything else I'm going to see in that video? So be honest with me.
No, I did not. You open the door. I opened the door. No, I did not. I looked at the woman's bathroom. I did not open the door.
So at no point you entered the women's bathroom. At no point did you videotape anybody in the women's bathroom. And you don't have your ID with you? So how are you going to apply for a job and look for jobs if you don't have your ID and they require an ID to get your ID?
I was going to go there, ask for the application, fill out the application, and when they do the hiring process, I was going to give them my ID.
During the child's initial interview, she told officers the suspect had a red phone with 2 gold rings on the back. But what seemed like an easy case soon took an unexpected turn, forcing officers to try a risky investigative tactic.
How long would you say you're in the bathroom?
For no longer than 3 minutes, I was around my area.
3?
Yes.
I got you. I have to ask, but do you have cameras in there?
Wish I did.
You never went in the women's bathroom. I mean, I want to make sure it's clear. I'm looking at the video and I'm seeing something over there. Just step over here. You see that men's bathroom there?
Yeah.
And you see the women's bathroom over to the left? Look over here.
Yeah.
Right there. You said you never went in there.
I opened it.
No. This one. I'm asking you a specific question. Did or did you not go into this bathroom?
I walked in there a little bit, but I came back. I didn't go all the way in there.
But you went in there partially and came back out? But over there you said you never...
You see his story change every time he tells it. And one of the tactics here is it's kind of like a good cop, bad cop, but they started with the female cop who has a lighter voice, being nice. And then now you got the big, more intimidating figure cop. And every time they ask him, oh, I didn't go in, I looked at it, and then I just opened the door. Now he went in, but he didn't go in. So, I'm happy they're not going to take this delicately. These kinds of people have got to be taken off the streets.
The video shows you going in the door closing.
Yeah, I went partly in here, then I came out. I didn't use the bathroom.
Okay, listen. If I open that door, walk inside, door closes, walk back out, did I go inside the women's bathroom?
Yes.
Okay. So you did the same thing. The question is, did you go into the women's bathroom? Is that a yes or a no?
Yes.
Okay. Why would you say that when we specifically asked you, did you go into the women's bathroom? And your answer was?
No.
Okay. Is that correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Right. So why would you do that? Why would you say, no, I didn't go in the women's bathroom when you did go in the women's bathroom?
I like this cop. He's obviously a massive human, and he's intimidating to this guy and to, well, rightfully so, any of these predators. But every force should have at least one of him.
Which store did you go into?
I didn't go in any store. I didn't go wash my hands. I went in the bathroom and came right back out.
Well, you didn't come right back out because it wasn't the in and out. It wasn't like, oh shit, and I'm back out. Because I'm looking at the video and I timed the time you went in and time went out. So how long were you in there?
Maybe like 11, 10 seconds. I'm not sure.
No, absolutely not. I look at the time when you go in and then I look when you come out. It's more than 11 seconds. I want stuff that I can actually see, stuff that I can prove. And so far, the stuff that I can prove, you're lying about.
I just went in there. I was thinking about putting my hoodie on to see if I would look better with my hoodie on, because my hat, under my hat, it looked crazy. I did it.
You did that in the women's bathroom? In the mirror?
Yeah, that's all I did. I was like this. And that's all I did.
You haven't been truthful since we've been talking to you.
I have. I came in here, I talked to the lady, I went to the bathroom.
Well, what I'm saying is the reason that you're saying now about going into women's bathroom, because you're caught. I mean, we know you went into the bathroom. Now you're giving an excuse of why you went into the bathroom.
Officer Valentin approached the victim once again to get a more detailed account of the incident. Meanwhile, Sergeant Lundy continued dealing with Amir, who was slowly realizing he wasn't the smartest person in the conversation.
So today, who were you with?
My soccer friends, like a family of 4, so like 2 families.
And then do you want to just tell me everything that happened, like when you guys got here? What did you
I'd
guys
say like 5 minutes later a guy came and like ordered our drinks, and then like 10 minutes later we ordered our food, food. And then when I was done eating my food, my dad told me to go wash my hands and use the bathroom before we go back to the fields before I had my soccer game.
And usually lying don't make sense.
Right there. So, parents, or if you're taking care of someone else's children, don't let them go to the bathroom by themselves. Go with them, stand outside the door if you have to. If it's a little girl or teenage girl and you're a male, stand outside the bathroom. And the same goes for, female to male. You cannot let these predators have that opportunity because there are so many of them now, and it's so ridiculously bad.
When it's truthful, it flows. I mean, it was smooth. All I wanted to ask the lady, I said, hey, did he go into the, tell me what happened. Oh, he came up and interviewed. Exactly what you said. Video shows you doing that. You go up front, walking through to the restaurant, going to the bathroom. You look at the other camera, sees you go into the women's bathroom. But then I stopped and said, well, no, he said he ain't going to the women's bathroom. Okay, he lied about that. Check.
And then I made eye contact with the guy, and he walked into the men's and he walked straight out. And I walked into the women's, sat on the toilet, and then I heard someone enter the restroom and go in the stall to my right. And then I saw a black backpack, and then I looked down and I saw a phone, and then I kept watching it. And I tried to cover myself up so it didn't see my private parts and stuff.
Let's see how long he was in the bathroom. I said, he was in there for a while. I'm gonna see if he's gonna lie about that. I said, how long you been in the bathroom? What you say? 11 seconds. Seconds ain't even nowhere close. If I go into a bathroom and I'm in there for, I'm just giving you an example, 2-3 minutes, right? I know I wasn't in the bathroom for 11 seconds. Now, if you would have came out and said, hey, look, I was in there a couple minutes, okay, you tell me the truth about that. But when you come out and tell me 11 seconds, I ain't buying that.
I made sure that my mom was up before me so I could get close to her. She asked me what's wrong, and I said, I'll tell you when we get to the car. And then I said, when we got outside, I said it made me feel really uncomfortable, and then I told her what happened, what I basically just told you. And then they all hopped out of the car, and my dad walked in the bathroom, and as he walked out, the guy was behind him, and he was pointing like that to my mom. And then my mom came over and said, I want to see your phone right now, because I didn't know if it was videotaping, but it was facing me, and I felt
When you say facing you, can you just describe what was facing you? Is it this side, or something else?
Yeah. So if you
I don't know about y'all, but this makes me insanely angry. If someone would do this, just one of my loved ones, I can't even tell you what I would do. We have to make a concerted effort in this country to put these predators, these pedophiles, these good-for-nothing sons of bitches under the jail. And that's too good for them.
Amir, seemingly clueless about the severity of his actions, continued to dig his grave deeper. However, Officer Valentine later received news that broke her heart.
So I was able to talk to everybody that was involved, okay? And like I said, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, just being honest. At no point were you also inside the stall using the bathroom? No, at any point did you
put my book back down on the ground.
On the ground?
One person was in the store, one person was in there, another person was in that store. That was the only open store that was there. I didn't use it.
So see how you're like skipping parts, you say, well, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. I'm not asking, I'm asking basic, simple questions. I need you to be honest because you're giving me lies again, okay? You just said that you didn't go inside a stall, but now you're saying you did go in a stall. You can see how none of this makes sense. Your phone is put down and your backpack is put down while you're inside the stall and there's somebody next to that stall. Is your camera on? Amir, are you being honest or is this a lie? Because we can't fix lies. See how you're saying shouldn't? We should know what's on or not on our phone. Was your phone where the camera lens is showing that skull, was it leaned up against the toilet?
No, it was not leaned up against the toilet.
It was leaned up on the floor, but it's like this. It's not like that. It's like this, right?
It could be like this. Kind of like this, leaned up, or it could be like this.
But you were inside the skull. What did you do inside the skull?
Vaseline, like I said, when after you sent my book.
Did you do anything with your Vaseline? You didn't put it anywhere else on your body?
No.
Alright, come here. I just need you to walk with me over here. Keep your hands up. Yeah.
Arms out a little bit. No, we're going this way.
You said you can go out there.
What's up?
So I'm being arrested even though that they have no proof of me doing anything. Just going in that bathroom.
I don't know. I didn't investigate this one. But they got something on you. Yeah. You see that? Nothing in there, right? You see that? It's on you. So you see anything in here? Alright, so if there is anything in here after she gets you to the jail, it's gonna be yours. So we search you, you got nothing else on you, right? Alright, have a seat.
He did have his wallet. He lied to me. Alright, Mayor, you're under arrest, okay? Video voyeurism. It's expectation of privacy. You shouldn't have been in that stall with your phone recording. You're getting arrested. I'm gonna do a search warrant on your phone. So whatever we discover on your phone, even though there's like deleted items, we can still recover that.
I'm not trying to get charged. I'm not trying to go to court, have my name all over the internet for something I didn't do, and then people looking at me saying, hey, you got arrested.
There's no way for me to release you right here, right now. I just have to book you in. You can make your phone calls when you go in there, call whoever to bond you out.
I'm homeless. I don't got nobody to bound me. The way that I can give you the code, you look through it, they able to leave today without being booked. I'm not trying to get arrested.
You're already arrested. I think that's what you're confusing. Okay. All right. So you don't want to give your code? Okay. Okay. Should I just turn the phone back on, or just leave it off?
No, turn it into meeting.
Oh, okay. So turn it in PNE. Okay. All right.
And then if you never your moves are protected from getting wiped by somebody. The evidence. The reason why we leave it on is because that, like those videos and the lawyers videos and stuff, those are in a manner which our forensic tools can get if the phone stays powered on. Once that phone powers off, that stuff that we need to kind of grab out of the phone goes away until the person puts their passcode back in. All your web searches, your images, your videos mostly are gone when that happens. So it's crucial that that does not happen for that reason. Realistically, yes, the evidence is gone. We may be able to still get it, but there's a high chance that if we do get it, it's not for months or years now.
I feel like crying. Jesus.
Amir was booked and charged with video voyeurism by a person.
So, if you didn't catch that, so they allowed him to basically click off and turn off the phone, and they cannot legally get back into it. And honestly, it takes forever if it's an Apple or an Android, whatever it is, to subpoena those companies to get into the personal phone. And sometimes they don't cooperate with the subpoenas. It depends on what kind of situation it is. It's considered, First Amendment rights, personal information. And if if the phone's left open though, they can then search it with a simple search warrant from the court. They don't have to go to Apple or the manufacturer, whoever. So let's back this up, see what he got.
In 24.
High chance that if we do get it, it's not for months or years now.
I feel like crying. Jesus.
Amir was booked and charged with video voyeurism by a person 24 years of age or older against a child under 16 years of age. It is considered a second-degree felony with a level 6 offense severity ranking. If convicted, he could face up to 15 years in prison and be fined up to $10,000. He would also be placed on the sex offender registry and would be ineligible to seal his record. Amir was denied bond. YouTube thinks.
Well, let's hope that he was found guilty and didn't get to plead out and not go on the sex offender registry or whatever, because we all know exactly what he was doing. There's no two ways about it. These type of videos really, really, really hit home because this stuff happens more than people think. I can't even tell you how many I've had similar to this and much worse in my jurisdiction. We see them all the time. Stay vigilant, seriously, especially with small children. But anyway, let me know what you thought. Let me know what you want me to react to next. And I appreciate you tagging along. As always, I'm your Huckleberry.